Hi friends, happy Friday. Welcome back to your mini lesson for today. Today for your mini lesson, it's going to be pretty zippity quick. We're just going to go over what it means to be a fluent reader. So your learning target says, I can identify what it means to be a fluent reader. That means by the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to start thinking about and know what it means to not sound like a robot when we read. And we're going to do that by reading Humpty Dumpty. So I'm going to read Humpty Dumpty to you 2 times. And then I want you to listen and repeat. After I read it twice, I want you to think about which way sounded better, okay? And then we will read together and practice the correct way to fluently read this little riddle. When we read little riddles and rhymes like this helps us to practice with the fluency. It keeps us moving. If we read it slowly, then it wouldn't make sense, right? So here we go. The name of this is Humpty Dumpty. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard of Humpty Dumpty. All right, let's see what happens. Ready? Here's the first time I'm going to read it. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Whoa. All right, put that in your brain. Think about how I just read it. Now I'm going to read it again. Ready? Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. All right, now which way sounded better? The first time I read it or the second time I read it? If you said the second time, kiss your brains. The second time sounded much better because I was changing the tone and the pitch of my voice. I was reading up and down with my voice and using the punctuation marks as clues to tell me what to do with that. So we're going to read it together. I'm going to read a line to you and I want you to read it back to me, and we're going to practice reading it fluently so that we can understand and visualize what's happening in the riddle. Ready? Here we go. My turn first. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Your turn. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's horses, and all the king's men, and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Couldn't put Humpty together again. Very good job. So if we think about what the actual riddle or rhyme is, we know that Humpty Dumpty is actually an egg, right? And he sits on a wall. He's sitting right here. And his little legs just hanging off. But if he's sitting on a wall and he falls off, and he's an egg, what's going to happen to him? He's going to, if you've ever dropped an egg before or seen somebody drop an egg before, the egg cracks, right? So when he has a great fall, oh no. When all the king's horses and all the king's men come and see him on the ground, all cracked, they can't put him together again. So it's easy for us to understand that little riddle because of the way that we fluently read it. If we read it all choppy and monotone is what we call it, or sounding like a robot, then our brains would not be able to visualize what's happening in that riddle. So great job practicing reading fluently today, friends, using our punctuation mark. This week, today ends our fluency week. Next week, we'll start a new unit where we'll learn another comprehension strategy to stick in our toolbox as readers to help us read better. So I will see you guys again on Monday for your next mini lesson. Have a great weekend, friends.